At south side, it's Berry to throw first.
Final match of the first round on stream board 1 is between Barry Van Peer and Ron the Bomb Meulenkamp. Van Peer, twice PDC Development Tour winner last year. Meulenkamp,
140.
well, good start from both players, 140.
$55.
We've seen on this board so far Ian White, Andy Hamilton, Vincent van der Voort, all coming through first round clashes.
$57.
Which of these two Dutchmen will come through? Rising Dutch talents.
60.
Van Peer's played in the World Masters and the UK Open. Meulenkamp played in the World Championship
83.
in 2015. 27-year-old nicknamed the Bomb.
$60.
Neither of these men have made it past the last 16 stage of one of these floor events. But there is certainly scope to do that, as Dimitri van den Berg and Jermaine Watamina demonstrated yesterday, making their first semi-finals.
78.
James Wilson made his first final. Although the Jammy Dodger is already out of today's tournament, as Van Peer lands double 10 to take the first leg.
$100. $85. $100. $96.
Van Peer, very capable soft tip player as well, has won honours around the globe in Japan and Chicago, and Meulenkamp hammers in a maximum. Seen some impressive performances from him on the European Tour on Meulenkamp.
123.
I remember a match a couple of months ago when he beat Simon Whitlock with a very classy display. Well, this is on 71. Double 16 for a 1-2-1. Oh, fantastic finish. Fantastic last 6 starts from Meulenkamp. 180 followed by 1-2-1. Bullseye, treble 13, double 16.
26.
Sharp shooting from the Bomb.
$180.
And that is sharp shooting again. And his last 9 darts have been 180, a 1-2-1 checkout, and another 180. So 9 perfect darts from Ron Meulenkamp. Not all in the same leg, like Jordi Mewisa and Michael van Gerwen and Jeffrey de Graaf have all done this week in Barnsley.
92.
And he's in the treble again, Ron. So putting himself in a very good position to break early on against Van Peer.
132.
Who has left the maximum outshot. We saw that earlier on today from Tricky Ricky Williams. It availed him nought against Andy Hamilton as Meulenkamp wanted treble 17 for a shot at the bull.
137.
Van Peer wants 2 treble 20s, but doesn't get one, so Meulenkamp will return for double 12 for a break.
100. Game shot.
And he lands double 12, and this is a very decent start to this match from Ron Meulenkamp. Berry's not been bad either. But 2-1 to Ron. Who is looking to set up a second round clash with either Justin Pipe or Ronnie Baxter. Well, I can reveal that will be Ronnie Baxter in the second round. He's beaten Justin Pipe 6-5, and that's got permutations for the World Grand Prix qualification, because Justin Pipe can only sit and wait and hope that the chasing pack also for early exits as well now. He was in the last provisional spot, Justin Pipe, so big blow for his World Grand Prix chances as Ronnie Baxter defeats the Force to set up a second round clash winner with the winner of this one. The other board semi-final will be Gerwyn Price against Brett Claydon, after Price saw off Jason Lovett 6-1, and Claydon defeated Nathan Aspinall, the World Youth Championship runner-up.
100.
In fact, Vincent van der Voort, having won his first match and got some prize money on board, will have overtaken Justin Pipe in the World Grand Prix standings. So that means Pipe will not be at the Grand Prix. There's no guarantee that Vincent will be either just yet. We just saw him defeat Ronnie Hybrex, and he'll play Darren Webster in the next round. We'll confirm to you as soon as we know
44.
What second round games we will have on Stream Board 1. As Meulenkamp wants a 104 checkout, and Van Peer's expression suggesting he'll get it. He doesn't get it, and Berry will come back for 68 to break back. Which way is he going? Treble 16 for double 10. Double 5 for Berry Van Peer. He lands it, and it's 2-2. Yeah, that Austrian Darts Open where Ron Meulenkamp defeated Simon Whitlock en route to the last 16, where he lost out narrowly to Michael Smith, who went on to reach a final in Vienna.
60.
But he beat Whitlock and Jeffrey de Graaf there, and showed real signs of what a talent he is, the 27-year-old. And he's shown a few signs here so far, but tied after 4 legs. with his Dutch peer.
140. $59.
Van Peer got his 2 a card. This year,
165.
for the last 32 is as far as he's made it in these events. But he's throwing some good darts here. Great setup shot there to leave 36. And a chance to regain the lead for the first time since the first leg. Double 9 now. Gone inside.
28.
Now can Ron punish him? Needs a treble in the combo. Doesn't get one, so Van Peer will come back
50.
with 8 points remaining. Double for the target.
Game shot.
Hit by Barry Van Peer. Meulenkamp hasn't won a game in Barnsley this week so far. On Tuesday he lost 6-4 at the first round stage against Roby John Rodriguez. And yesterday it was a 6-1 defeat at the hands of Andrew Gilding. Barry Van Peer lost to the Muffin Man Steve Hine on Tuesday.
99.
But he raised his game yesterday and dumped out Josh Payne, a Players' Championship winner this year. 6-4 win for Barry Van Peer. And that result for Payne really put his World Grand Prix prospects in danger. Van Peer went out in the next round, whitewashed by Walsh, Mark Walsh, winning 6-0.
$140. $130.
Seen some real steady darts on these stream boards over the course of the last 3 days. I hope you've enjoyed the new streaming service, which will return for next weekend's Players' Championship events in Dublin ahead of the World Grand Prix. Sandwiched in between that, we've got the Champions League. But here and now,
Game shot.
it's Meulenkamp who levels it up.
$78.
Great time to be a Dutch dartist. Michael van Gerwen leading the charge. He's picked up maximum prize money, MVG. He's on course for a record-breaking run of matches. One. And he could be on course for a record-breaking title haul in a single year, Michael van Gerwen. He's got 18 now, chasing down a record held by Phil the Power Taylor. Who else?
97.
Taylor's record is 24 titles in a calendar year. Van Gerwen has 18, the same amount as he managed in the whole of last year, so surely he will eclipse that. And he's won 29 matches in a row.
57.
So if he adds 3 more to his winning streak, he'll break his personal best.
134.
Which of these two Dutchmen will be progressing? Getting a winning streak together of their own, perhaps.
43.
Nip and tuck so far. Decent standard.
100.
As we see a handshake between Jason Wilson and Brendan Dolan from our other stream board. Couldn't tell by their reactions which player won that one, but I'm sure
100.
my commentary colleague Dan Dawson will shout over and let me know.
Three.
Meulenkamp looks at the ball.
99.
Misses it, so Vampire needs 36. Taking his time. Double 9.
18.
Who misses? Meulenkamp with a chance to break. Wants 25. A few options. Most players prefer 9 for double 8. But not Ron Meulenkamp. He likes 5 for double 10. So the big single hit. Now the little double on the outer ring. Can he find it? Yes, he can. And that's a breaker throw and a 4-3 lead for Ron the Bomb. It was Jason Wilson who won that match, and we saw him and Brendan Dolan shaking hands in the background of this one. So Brendan out.
100.
Won't be making any history today. Well, he is history today, Brendan Dolan. A little break on Streamboard 2 as we await
140.
the live stream fixtures for the second round. This our last streamed first round clash, and it's a close contest between these two talented prospects.
$60.
Some results will be starting to filter through from the second round already.
60.
The first round comes to its conclusion, so you can stay across all those on the PDC website or stay with us on the stream and we'll bring you any news of note. As Barry Van Peer can't believe that Meulenkamp keeps hitting trebles and sort of asks why in the background. Why does he keep hitting them?
140.
Well, that's what he's here for, Barry. But he hit to himself in the last visit, so if Meulenkamp doesn't get a treble in this combination, then he'll get a shot at the 101, and that's exactly what is going to happen. Very animated in the background, Barry Van Peer. Having a look, making sure that treble wasn't in. Now he needs to focus himself. Needs a treble for a shot. Doesn't find one. He was going treble 15 for double 18. That's what he's left. But Meulenkamp should have 2 darts at double top. Or at least one at tops and one at tens. And that's what's going to happen. Double 10 for Ron.
40.
And he's missed it. So Van Peer to break back. Wants double 18. A raise of the eyebrows and then a deep breath. Do a double 9. He went inside this last time. This time he's gone outside, so he's still got a dart. And he's hit it. 4-4. And a race to 2 between Ron and Berry now.
$140.
We can also confirm that Josh Payne has exited in the first round. Mickey Mansell's beaten him, so Payne and Pipe both out.
96.
And very likely that both will end up out of the World Grand Prix spots. Jermaine Watamina, who reached the semi-finals yesterday,
22.
is playing Steve Brown in the second round, and if he wins that, he will knock Josh Payne out. Pipe already out, thanks to Vincent van der Voort scooping some cash for the Order of Merit. So an interesting subplot here in Barnsley. And we'll try and keep you across that story throughout the day. But how will this
59.
story unfold? First to 2 legs now. Van Peer and Meulenkamp, and Berry looking favourite for this one.
43.
A big visit from Meulenkamp can change that. And again, Berry Van Peer raises his eyebrows as Meulenkamp continues to find the trebles with regularity. But Van Peer's got 6 darts from 164 to leave himself throwing for the match. That's a great last dart. And Meulenkamp steps across, trying to hunt down a ton 40.
100.
Does find 1 treble, so pressure on Van Peer. 72. We'll go treble 16. Now another one of those leaves tops. And he's missed it, so Meulenkamp wants 80 for a break at a pivotal moment in this match. Treble 20 hit. Double 10. Missed. Steps across. Trying to find a clear path to the double. Oh, and it's gone in and been rejected. Looked to be in the double bed and it's come straight back out. And now Van Peer wants the same target to take the leg. Double 5.
Game shot.
How is your luck, Ron Meulenkamp? Had 1 dart in hand, double 10. He'd missed with the previous dart just outside. It looked to be in the bed. And it came back out.
5.
And Van Peer stepped forward and pinned double 5, and now he has a 5-4 lead.
140.
And if this does go to a decider, he'll have the darts, but he's looking in good shape to get the job done here unless Meulenkamp can find another treble.
140.
Does, and he knew how big that was.
Shot 13. $57.
Yeah, good visit from Van Peer. Making sure he's leaving himself in a position to finish the job in this leg. Meulenkamp is first to a possible checkout, but Vampire, one treble, makes him favourite.
58.
But doesn't get that one treble, so similar shots for these two. Meulenkamp 149. But he's not going to take it out in this visit.
59.
So it's 156 for the match for Barry Van Peer, and it would be a fanfare finish. Or are we going all the way? 90 needed for Ron the Bomb. Sensible choice, going for treble 20. Because two big ones leave the bullseye. Bullseye for the Bomb, and we are going all the way. 5-5, middle for diddle for Ron Meulenkamp. And it all comes down to this for a place in the second round. And trebles are like gold dust in this position. Berry found one in his first visit in this 11th leg. Can Ron find one?
60.
No, he can't. Advantage Van Peer. And that advantage is getting bigger and bigger, and they are very big darts from Berry. And how costly will that double 10 bounce out prove to be for Ron Meulenkamp? 180 in a deciding leg from Berry Van Peer.
44.
Gets himself 219 points in front.
100.
Meulenkamp takes off a ton. But 6 starts, potentially.
95.
Could do it in fewer. But 86 stands between Berry Van Peer and a place in round 2. For the second consecutive day. You look at treble 18, he finds treble 18, 2 darts at double 16 for the match. First one is not really close, and he's got to manoeuvre his way around it, and that's what he's done. Berry Van Peer moves through to round 2. Ron Meulenkamp loses out in a close contest, and he leaves the Barnsley Metrodome